because this a little.
Gosh.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are
What
at
is it?
session 19. We took a couple of weeks off because it's the end of tax season. I'm busy. We're all kind of busy doing our own stuff.
Life be like.
And we had to miss a couple of weeks. So,
Like
oh,
be like them.
right,
Like
all the time. So today our topic is going to be forgiveness, and we're going to talk about it from a few different perspectives. But I think that this is a good conversation to have because forgiveness is so hard to move through.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Well, I agree because well, most people don't know this, but when I do get upset, like I give myself just a little bit of time to be mad, and then I try to figure out how to fix it. So like it may seem like when I'm hurt that I may not get upset because I'm just not the one to like send text messages of how mad I am or have conversations like cussing people out. I wish I had that though. I wish I had that. Just be like, but I don't. So as I move through like to forgiveness, like it just takes me it takes me less time than the average person to just offer that forgiveness, although the process really is a tough one.
Mm.
I think forgiveness is a tough process for anybody. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the hurt. It comes with the anger. It comes with the, tears, whether, people want to admit it or not. It comes with the, how am I going to move past it? It comes with the, sometimes you have to forgive whether you get the apology or you get the reaction of the other person, whether you get it or you don't. Some people ain't sorry. Some people you don't
Mhm.
ever get the
The
apology
apology
from.
you're
Some
looking
people
for.
die before you get
Mhm.
it. Some people, pass on before you get the resolution. And you have to move on, and sometimes you have to forgive yourself. So the process of forgiveness is difficult. Sometimes you feel like you um
What's that quote when it's
you know
like staying mad at somebody is like drinking your own poison? What is that? I gotta find it. Where it's like you really, you staying mad and holding on to something really don't hurt the other person.
it
Really
really
Mhm.
just
hurts
It's only hurting
more.
you.
yeah, you gotta
Hmm.
let go of that energy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I like what you said about forgiving yourself because I think in the process of forgiveness of others, you have to go through the process of forgiving yourself because you beat yourself up for dealing with the shit.
For
You be
falling
like,
for it.
ugh. Like I'm a back and forth person. So forgiveness for me does not go in one direction. It goes forward, backward, forward, backward. Like I'd be like, okay, I think I'm cool. No, I'm not cool. This is some bullshit. And then I'd be like, I think I'm cool. And then I'd be like, no, 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 I'm not. Like, it's to me, but the more I get those feelings out, the more I talk about it, then I start to move in a direction to where I get to a point where I'm unfazed. Like, there's one conversation. And the reason why I wanted to, real quick, the reason why I want to talk about forgiveness today, too, is because there is one conversation that I thought, or in situation that I thought I was done with, that I thought I could be unmoved about, but the conversation came back up and it put me right back in that same space all over again. And I was like, damn.
But you know what that is, and like I say this often. God keep on giving you the same lessons over and over again.
Until you learn your lesson.
That's
Till you
true.
learned it. With the same people, you be getting mad at the same stuff. But if you keep getting mad at the same stuff, did you really learn that lesson?
Right.
You really
Well,
free
see,
yourself from that?
I think I learned the lesson about being in that kind of situation. But okay, let me make sure I word this right. I learned the lesson when it came to that person. But then the situation came up again with another person. And it just kind of opened up some old wounds. But it was
Trigger.
more so me not forgiving myself and not keeping that lesson in my mind when I started to interact with this new person.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started to interact with them and then they did the same shit that the other person did, it just pissed me off all over again. And now I'm mad at everybody all over again.
Mhm.
Me,
So, but I'm trying to get to a space where I'm unmoved, unbothered.
Unbothered.
when I'm mad, if I'm mad, then I got to let you know that I'm mad and why I'm mad. And then I'm from that point on, I choose that am I gonna cut you off, or if am I gonna deal with you from a distance, or what? It's very situational with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm learning that I must be like either a serious loner that I don't know that I am, or I have so many personalities that they keep me company, because I will cut you off very quickly. I do not care who you are. I do not care. Like, I honestly feel like maybe that's why I have so many kids or something. I don't know. But my natural self is a loner. I will cut you off and move on and do not care after I get off my chest that I'm mad at you. And I don't be needing other people's apologies, because, like, if you hurt me to the point that I feel like I need to cut you off, I don't care about your sorry. I don't care about your nothing, because I'm not going to listen to you, believe you, nothing, no way. I don't plan on talking to you again anyway. So I don't need no closure. I'm good.
The thing I don't like about apologies too is it may not be a genuine apology.
Right. That's what I said. I don't need
So
it.
some people could be like, I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way. Well, what the fuck? What you mean you sorry I feel that way, man? Fuck you. Like, it goes into, so then I get mad all over again.
Yeah.
And then I start,
I don't require it. I don't need it. I don't need no. I don't ever feel like, for real, I need that closure from people to have that apology.
You create your own closure.
I do. I create. Yep. Like, I'm good. Like, I have no intention on being cool with you again or talking to you again. And if I do choose to forgive your apology, again, this has to be situational. It depends on what you did, that I may then, hold you a little further. Like, you will never have that opportunity again, because you will never be that close again. So it just depends on, but I do get mad all the time. Like, anger is probably my number one emotion that I show. But I feel like I release it because I let you know how I feel, and then you can move on from that or not. And that's it.
Well, see, here's the thing too. I think forgiveness of yourself is because you have to forgive that situation, because you can run into that situation again with somebody else. And if you have not fully forgiven yourself or what happened during that time, or and like forgiveness of that person, in my mind, is really not for them. It's for me. I need to be able to move past this. But if I don't do the full forgiveness of myself, them, the situation, when I run into it again, it just pisses me off all over again. So it's like, why did I just wasted my time?
Well, you didn't learn that lesson. You didn't learn to let it go. You ain't learn to let it go. You didn't learn how to really just release it. You
But
really
I mean,
just
if somebody do something
and put it in the back of your mind
that you don't like, then of course it's gonna be triggering. And if it's a different person, then they not gonna know not to do it again. Like, it ain't like the same person. In your case, it ain't like the same person did the same thing twice. This is two different people, you know what I'm saying, that obviously did the same thing that you don't like. That person may not have known that you ain't like it, and now it's time for them to know. And then if they do it again, then we have another kind of problem.
Because I think that what the other thing that makes forgiveness so hard is because it's layers to shit. So you never let somebody just do one thing and that's it. It's always like a build up to it. Like, okay, you start with the one thing, you be like, okay, mental note. And then they do it again, and it's like, okay, mental note, but at some point you be like, I'm tired of this shit. You not finna keep shitting on me. Like, you just not, but you have all this history of things that's been done to you. And now you have to cut them, or you cut them off, whatever the case may be. But now you have to start the process of forgiveness. So it's like, and saying it about that person, the first person who did it, there were a number of things that was done And it built up to this last big thing. And I felt like I had just kind of moved on from it. But I don't think I have, because I haven't forgiven the other things that happened even before that one last thing that happened. I am really trying to speak in secrecy.
You really are, and it sounds all crazy.
Well, okay, let's talk
Are
about
because I'm there, like, cause you only got about twice to do something before I've mental note and checked you off. Like, you ain't got really more than twice before I realize you on some bullshit. It ain't gonna be no build up, which is why I think I can't get that mad at people, cause ain't gonna be no build up. You got about 2 times, and then I'm gonna call you on your shit, and then we gonna be done.
Now, have you had those conversations along the way with that person about this behavior, though? Have we had conversations? Have you had that communication about that? Have you said, hey, this is some shit. Like, we got to discuss this because it is triggering. This is what's happening when you are having this behavior. Have you just talked about it? Do they know that that this is having this effect on you?
Say yes and no. Because I think that some people don't understand the severity of what they do if your tone does not reflect that. So I always start off, or at least I try to start off as like, hey, that's not okay. I don't like that, And if I get to a point where I'm yelling or cussing somebody out, then that means you've done the shit way too many times. And I've said it to you. You just kept doing it because you weren't understanding how bad that really was to me. So I the build up, and then when I say no, I think it was out of respect that I didn't say anything, because I never want to be the cause of an issue. But it's like, at what point do you be like, okay, look, I'm about to cause this shit. And I don't mind being the villain in this one right here. Because this is one too many times.
That's me. That's me. Like a lot of times if it's not really affecting me or bothering me necessarily, I'm like, okay, I ain't, none of my business. I'm gonna just shut up. But I am the person that usually is like, I be the bad guy. Who you want me to say it to? Who you want me to text? Like, people call me sometimes to vent, and I'm like, oh, you want me to call them? I don't care. Like, they can be mad at me. They can not like me. What's up? I don't care. Like, I'll be ready to be like, who I need to say it to? What I need to say? And I was kind of going through a situation like that right now, where my siblings was calling me, and it brought me back to a time back when we were little, and they used to come to me and be like, Mom told me not to tell you. And I'm like, what is it? Because they secretly wanted me to know, because they knew I was going to handle it, so they kept coming to me. And I'm like, why are you moping? Like, what is wrong? Because they wanted me to ask questions. So now they got to tell me because I'm asking, because they wasn't supposed to come to me and tell me. So I was just in a situation where that was kind of happening. I was getting phone calls from my siblings, like, venting, da-da-da-da-da. And I got to the point, like, that's it. I'm shutting it down. I'm going to say what it is and what it's not about to be. And that's what it's about to be. And it ain't happening. And that's it. And so I get to the point where I'm like, okay, it got to be me. I'm about to handle it.
So I think that is neat that you said it took you back to when you were little, when y'all were younger, because that means that there are layers that has built up that has not been forgiven.
No, ain't no need to forgive.
Not forgiving,
because
not
forgiving, or I'm not saying there's nothing to forgive, but I'm just saying,
like she needs to be, like she said, the one to really have those tough conversations.
I need to be the one that had the tough conversations. It's nothing about forgiving or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, when you said
you're the go-to person,
I'm the go-to person, because they know I'm going to be the one to say what needs to be said, regardless of anybody else's feelings. Not saying that I got to say it mean, but regardless of anybody else's feelings or whatever. If it needs to be said, I'm more than likely going to be the one to say it. My mother is sweet. My mother not going to hurt nobody's feelings. So my mother used to do that to me. My mother used to put me in positions when she felt uncomfortable with stuff, because she knew I would be like, my mother not doing that. She not doing that. But she wanted me to, but she didn't say, I want you to do this. She would just complain to me enough that she knew I was not going to let her go through whatever she didn't want to go through. So she knew I was going to say, she not doing that. No. no, we're not doing that or
But
whatever.
do you feel obligated to be the person to speak up now?
Yes. Even like on my dad's side, I feel like that. On this side, I feel like that because I'm just around a lot of people who are just sweeties. Like sweeties, they don't want to be confrontational. They don't want to hurt people's feelings. And I will have all the confrontation.
Do you feel like you're a protector?
I am a protector. I am definitely a protector. That I will say 100%. Even my friends will tell you I am the protector. That is just
Okay.
who I am.
You
Can
be
you
shaking the
be a
tables.
protector and still advocate for forgiveness?
Advocate forgiveness for other people or for like myself?
Both, all
Mhm.
parties involved.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really be trying to tell other people how to move, like how to feel and how to move. Like that's up to them to feel how they want to feel and how to whatever. I only support. Like you need a rider or
These
you need a
different
whatever.
conversations that you're gonna have with the rah or with the like healing conversation. So I'm asking, can you tell the truth and be open and honest and still have a conversation that leads you to the destination of forgiveness?
Forgiveness, right?
Yes, ish. It depends on, like I said, what it is. It depends on what it is.
Like,
It depends on what it is.
That was a different answer.
Like I
Because you can
have,
talk funky to somebody and you can put the truth out there for people, raw, unabashed truth. And you can still at the end, like, I done told you how I felt
but I can say it
and I
nicely.
forgive you.
Yes, sometimes I can be very
And we're
nice
gonna
about it.
move
I'm
forward
not
like
even
that.
saying just because I'm like
And
rah
we'll move
rah
forward
doesn't
from
mean
here.
I'm nasty or rude about it. Sometimes I'm very nice. Like even if I know like you lied or you're lying or something like that, I can very nicely say, now you know you lying. That is not the truth. But it's okay though. When you're ready to tell the truth, then we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I could say something just like that, but you're not about to lie in my face, and I know you lying. You know, stuff like that. But if I know you a liar, I'm moving around. I'm moving a little differently. Like we gon'
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know. I've been going through some stuff at work, which really puts me in a place of having to speak honestly about my feelings and forgiving other people just like in the moment. But my issue is I move from being hurt to forgiveness is I be rah-rahing too hard and getting sucked up in this negative energy when really
Mm-hmm.
I like take a breath and then figure out how to speak from a place of love. Like
Mm-hmm.
Friday, this guy, this my coworker was like, this lady is saying X, Y, and Z about this, what you putting together, and I'm like, he was like, I'm gonna have to have a sit down with you. We can sit down, we can stand up, or like that's me. And like, well, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna handle it, but I really didn't even mean it from that point. Like I don't
Yeah,
want to
because that's
get
not you. Yeah, you
that.
sound like just in the
Nah,
bad.
I
You
feel
didn't even hear what she said. You got that second hand because he said what she said. Did you
oh,
hear
I
what
was
she
pissed.
said?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
mad, but I
So
didn't want
that
to get sucked into that.
Negativity
But
is
it's so
truly
easy to get sucked
it
contagious.
into.
is. And then did you even had you even sat down and had that conversation and really listened to that other person's perspective? Because perspective is a lot of times reality. And then did you even hear what they said? And it's like, and
I
a lot
really
of
did, and I
times
think that's
too.
why I got mad. But anyway, keep going.
Mm.
I'm like, we've
I heard
already had this
exactly what he
conversation.
said.
I already told
Right.
her what was what. So she got a problem. She's still talking about how my back. Then we can sit down, stand up. We can have whatever
Right.
conversation
Wow.
we have. So I could tell her what it is again. It was sad. But that's
Mm.
just because I was in a room with that negativity. But keep going about
Right.
perspective because that is important too.
Right, because it's important to listen to perspective. A lot of times, and when you hear things secondhand, and you said it too, you were already in a room with that negativity. So before you even heard the other person's perspective, you was already on the rah rah. Like, what? I'm
Mhm.
here for it. You know what I'm saying? Before you heard what was going on, and it could have been a totally different situation. And if you just took a few ticks to hear the other person's perspective, it's probably like that ain't even the case, or it was. You know what I'm saying? And the rah rah was warranted. Shit.
Yeah.
You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
And see, I'm
But
not like I might sound like the pop off queen. I am not like a pop off queen. I'm very logical. So before I
With
pop,
your pop offs.
huh?
Right.
You very logical.
Yeah. Like
Very
before
strategic with the
before
pop
I do
offs.
the
Okay, don't
pop
get.
off, I gather all the facts and put it in the file, and I got the whatever. And when I go off on you, it is very like, and this and that and this and that and that. Like it's very detailed on why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling and whatever. But I don't just like immediately hear something or see something and I'm like, blah 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 blah. Like I observe, I listen, I see, I get the facts, and then it's like, I don't like the way you moving with me. We can't do that. I like, nope. And I'm very big on protecting my peace. So once you start disturbing it, I will kindly remove you, and if I need to tell you why I'm removing you or whatever, then we can have that conversation too. But I don't just like pop off immediately. I'll be like, so like in your case, I would be like, but what's the problem? Well, why she say? I'd be asking all the questions first, and then depending on how you responding or what you saying back is when my triggers start ticking, and I'm like,
So, wait, let's go back though to like when you said like your siblings will come to you or somebody will come to you. Does the energy in which they come to you dictate what the energy you return? Like Jerice, like whatever that person did to you, was it like the energy that was given? Do you feel like you're able to control the energy that you return? Does
The
that make sense?
energy that was given to me
Yeah, I don't know
during
what
the
your story is.
first situation with the first person. Okay, a trigger for me is when you know you're doing something that's wrong and you still do it anyway, and then when somebody says something to you about it, you do the whole, oh, I didn't know, or I didn't know, I didn't know you felt that way, or
okay, so playing
bitch,
in your
bitch,
face.
you knew it was wrong, you knew
Uh-huh.
it was
So playing
wrong,
in
you
your
knew it was
face.
wrong,
Because you can
right?
play in my face now.
So that's a trigger for me. So I think in that situation, they weren't coming with the rah rah. They were being, what is it, passive
Condescending.
aggressive,
Uh-huh.
or and talking to me like I was stupid or I'm not smart enough to understand what you're doing.
Ooh, that's a trigger for you.
Yeah.
It is.
So
It
do you
really is.
feel like somebody is really trying to demean you or
Oh
make you
yeah.
that
That
she
yeah.
can't?
It's, okay, so then
And
that's
so
a me too. I can't
to
do
answer
it.
your question for me, no. How they come to me does not determine how I'm going to react. Is what they tell me happen is how I'm about to react. So, I mean, this was a long time ago, so I might can put this out now. But like, there was a husband at one point that had some issues, and he would pawn things, and so he ended up pawning my brother's PlayStation or whatever the heck was out at the time. I think it was PlayStation. So and they love, they boys, they little boys, they love this PlayStation, and they came home one day and it was gone, and they was moping around, and they just kept being around me, and normally they all they don't really be around me like that, so I'm just like, what do y'all want? Like, why are y'all around and why are y'all so sad? And they like, we not allowed to tell you, because my mother already knew how I was gonna handle it. So my mother was like, don't tell her, I'm gonna replace it, but don't tell your sister. I didn't know this, obviously, of course, but my brothers just couldn't help it. They just moping around. I'm like, what is it? Tell me. They was like, our PlayStation gone. I'm like, what happened to it? It's gone. What y'all do? Y'all got in trouble or what? They're like, no, he stole it. Who stole it?
Wait.
Yeah, he stole it, but mom said she gonna get us a new one. I don't even know if I even heard the mom knew gonna give me a new one before I was like, because that situational was like, oh nah, okay, I got you, so for me it's situational. Like, they were sad.
Have you
So
ever forgiven said person for their wrongdoings?
yeah, I guess. I
That's
mean,
a
like,
good question.
I seen them or whatever, and we hugged and whatever. Like, yeah, I don't be tripping off that. That was in the past or whatever.
Okay.
But like, we cordial. I think we might even be Facebook friends or something like that now. So I really, honestly, don't be tripping off that stuff.
That's progress.
No,
That's
but
some growth
I
right
mean,
there.
but I don't have. But like, you will never come in my house, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
No.
Right.
But like, you know, like, I mean, we fist fought. We got into multiple fist fights, me and this person. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll be tripping off that stuff when I don't really have any intention on like dealing with you no more for real. Now, if I for real dislike you and hate your mother freaking guts or something, then not like it ain't gonna be you will be non-existent in my world. Like I will forget you even existed. You can be that absolute to me, like just nothing. Like I forget you, I forget that you existed. Somebody bring you up, I'd be like, dang, that is a person, ain't it? Like that much. I will forget you even exist.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, you know, on that note, I guess we could go on and kind of wrap it up. But I think that forgiveness has so many different layers to it. And I think, like Shameen said, perspective is reality. And I think just based off of people's perspective, that's how they move through their forgiveness.
True.
And everybody's is different. Y'all, I know I'm like, whoa.
Like, I'm like, really holding on.
One, I am exhausted. Okay.
Me
And
too.
then
Me too. Tax season, baby.
Lauren made me this drink, and I'm like, what?
Everything moving in slow.
That is not exhaustion, boo. That is not called exhaustion.
Little
I'm gonna
tipsy.
sleep good tonight. Shit.
Dude, I need one of them drinks. I've been at cheer competition for these last 2 days. I've been there to Old Dark 30 and up. We was there this morning at 6:30 this morning. So
dang.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
So yeah. On that note, thank you guys for watching. Go to our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram. I have not done anything with TikTok.
We need to do some TikTok videos.
Right. So I guess we should do some TikToks at some point. But thank you guys for watching. We will see you. If anybody wants to join us in our next session, you know, reach out to us. You go to our website or comment on one of the things online. But all right, y'all. Have a wonderful week. Peace.
Bye.